Today we are in the 2019 Volvo XC40. This is the T5 all-wheel drive R design. It has the 2-liter turbocharged direct injected engine with 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It's all-wheel drive, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This car has 19-inch wheels with all-season tires. MSRP on this is $35,200. Total price as tested is $45,935. It comes with a 48-month, 50,000-mile warranty. I've been pretty excited to get my hands on an XC40. Let's see how it is.
There's really a lot of space in this car for something that looks so small on the road, or not so small, but relatively small in size. It has a ton of usable features and functions throughout the interior. You could store this up, hang grocery bags here. You have a 12-volt outlet in the back. This is the cargo cover right here that stores under this tray. And of course, you've got completely lay-flat seats. You could put bikes back here. Really usable space. Automatic tailgate. And just some neat little features throughout on the exterior. You've got this R design logo right there, really gorgeous taillights, and just some neat individual details on this Volvo XC40. Of course, you can see on the interior, you've got, let's fold these seats up here just so we can have a seat in the back. You've got a nice center armrest here with cup holders, and this orange interior, which is kind of interesting looking, but I kind of like it. It's funky, it's bold. Volvo's taking some risks these days in their design, and I really like what they've been doing. Tons of headroom. Anyone with neck or back problems would love getting in and out of this car. Ingress, egress is fantastic. There's a lot of legroom back here. Not as cramped as Volvo's of old, that is for sure. I love how much more interior room Volvo is implementing into their vehicles these days. Pretty attractive looking interior in here. There's some other pretty neat little features. You've got this panoramic sunroof, and of course in the front they wanted to make it so that it's very easy and to declutter this interior. So you have no door speakers, no subwoofers down here. You have tweeters up top. The subwoofers are actually hidden in the dash right there, where you can really just kind of let the sound fill the cabin. So as a result, you can fit a 15-inch laptop here. You can store all sorts of things in the side door pockets, and it becomes a really usable, convenient space. Also, another useful thing, there's just this hook that folds in and out. You can place things there that you need to, like a trash bag, grocery bag, stuff like that. Anything that you don't want rattling around the cabin. You have some pockets here to slide receipts or cards or toll booth things, stuff like that. And then a nice little center console with the ability to hide this, and it's all kind of laid out in a nice, attractive fashion as well. So on this Volvo, you have a traditional stop-start button in the usual location. Nothing hidden or fancy there. And you've got this kind of quick shifter that you typically see in Volvos these days. Let's put it in reverse here, see the backup camera. Again, still a little bit of distortion in my opinion, but pretty useful to see what's around you. Luckily, there's pretty decent sight lines except for the rear C panel, and overall it looks really nice in here. Let's take it for a drive. Really lightweight steering, agile feel at low speeds. Drives really nice. Feels so much more premium than the BMW and competitors' counterparts. I drove the X2 today, and it was just cheap feeling and just a little bit tinny and stiff, and had a bunch of rattles. This is a dead quiet interior, really class leading, just luxury and feel in this car. Ride's not too stiff, it's nicely damped. You have a good amount of visibility and just a gorgeous design throughout. Steering is nice and accurate. You can definitely feel that this is a shorter wheelbase car. It's not super supple like a longer wheelbase Volvo would be over the bumps, and it doesn't have air suspension, but alright, let's see what this thing has as far as power goes. Pretty peppy. Really nice handling. It carves the corners very well. Nice brake pedal feel. You get a little bit of turbo blow-off valve whistle when you're off throttle. Plenty of power. You just hear a lot of boost noises. Got a little bit of a vibration from these brakes. Journalists have been driving this thing hard all week. I love the steering on this. It feels so nice. If you're looking to just get into Volvo as a brand, or you're starting a family, or you're maybe just pre-family stage, this is a really nice, expandable, safe car. And from what I thought originally that it would be just a little bit tight on the inside, it's not. It almost feels bigger on the inside than it does visually from the outside. They've really done a good job intelligently designing this space so that it's practical and really usable. Not a lot of cabin intrusion over bumps. Definitely feels a little bit more refined than some of Volvo's previous offerings. This is a slightly less expensive car for Volvo, but I'm not seeing any corner cutting here. This is offering a lot of features, a lot of luxury, a lot of comfort, a lot of premium feel for a little bit less money, and it's pretty impressive. I like it a lot. Let's give it one more acceleration run here. This all-wheel drive variant definitely feels good. I'd be curious to see what the front-wheel drive cars handle like. Volvo's had some really good front-wheel drive chassis lately, and this all-wheel drive is great, but it's just, I feel like it could be a little bit peppier without the drivetrain loss from the all-wheel drive system. But as it sits, if you live in a colder climate and need something that does a good job in the wintertime or in slippery conditions, you really can't go wrong with this. Really highly recommend this car. This is first impressions on it are absolutely fantastic. I'm definitely a fan. I didn't really know what to expect. I was feeling like maybe Volvo might cheap out a little bit on some things, but they've really excelled in creating a class-leading little mini crossover here. Well done. Hopefully we can spend some more time in this in the coming months and weeks. It's a pretty hot item now, so I'm not sure when I'll be able to get a press loan on it, but should be able to put something together by the end of the summer, hopefully. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support on the channel lately, and hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you guys in the next one.